Life is amazing. It is what it should be. Focus on where you at and not where you could be. You feel me? Straight up. So much of the time, we're focused on where we could be without being grateful for where we are now and what we have now. And everything we have now and everything we've became in life up to this moment in time, be grateful for it. Because the younger you wished you were where you are right now. The younger you wish they had the things that you have right now. The younger you wish that they were living the life that you were living right now. So let's think about that for a second. Be grateful for that younger you. Be grateful. Go tell them thank you. Go back in time mentally and tell that younger version of yourself thank you for getting you to where you are today. And be grateful for the moment, and then you could focus on where you want to be, and you could focus and game plan on how you're going to get there. But you're never going to get there if you're not grateful for the moment right now. It's important to be grateful for the things you have, because gratitude is a frequency, and when you're vibrating on that frequency of gratitude, it's a very high frequency. The vibrations have very high oscillations, which means you're attracting at a much faster, quicker, higher frequency rate than a lower frequency. Why would you feel doubt that you're going to get over there when you could be grateful for where you are now and then head in that direction? You could even be grateful for where you want to go, even though you're not there yet. You could be grateful for things that you don't yet have and thank God in advance. And you'll get them. You'll receive them much quicker because you're on that frequency. It's all energy, if you haven't realized. It's all energy. It's all energetic. And when you know how to manipulate energy and become a master manipulator of energy, you can start to fine-tune your frequency and tune in to the life that you would like to live, and then practice that frequency, become in vibrational harmony with that frequency. And once you become in vibrational harmony with it, you start attracting everything on that frequency. In order to get to where you want to go, be grateful for where you are right now. The next step would be to focus on all the cooperative components, meaning what's working already, what's working right now in the present moment that confirms your direction to over there. Instead of focusing on the car that you want that you do not yet have, focus on how to drive a car. That's a cooperative component, because it's a direction moving, it's a confirmation moving in that direction. Focus on your weekly checks that you're getting. Focus on any cooperative components, any components that are already present in your life. Don't focus on what's missing. Focus on what's already present. Focus on what's here now, and you'll get more of that. But whenever you focus on what's missing, most likely you're going to feel doubt and worry, maybe anger that you don't have those components yet, those results yet. And when we do that, we're holding ourselves in the same place and we're remaining stagnant in life, because nothing's changing. It's all energetic. You can't change anything externally before you change internally. Internal always happens first. So if you're seeing things in your physical reality that you don't want or that you don't like, then you need to change what's going on internally first. And it's going to take some practice. And it's always going to take practice. It's a continuous growth. It's continuous effort. It's continuous evolution. You'll never become ever, because you're always becoming. The younger version of you wanted to become who you are today. You became. You're him, you're her. Now, you don't stop there, because you're an evolving being. You're a being of evolution, which means you never become. You're always becoming. So even though you want to get over there, when you finally get there, you're going to be like, what's next? And you're going to be ungrateful still if you're ungrateful now. So just enjoying the journey to getting to where you want to be is what really matters the most, because if you're grateful right now, then you're going to be grateful up there. And then you're going to be grateful at the next checkpoint, and the one after that, and the one after that. And accomplishing those checkpoints will feel much better if you're grateful It will feel much better if you're grateful than much better if you say what's next, not caring about what you just accomplished. So take that into consideration. Be grateful now, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you're ungrateful now for where you're at and you want to be over there, that ungratefulness probably trickles into every little aspect of your life. So you're probably ungrateful whenever you get a meal from somebody from your family, or somebody gives you something to borrow, or whatever the case may be. You're probably ungrateful because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So back to the other example, if you're unhappy with your situation right now in the current moment, you're most likely going to be unhappy whenever you get to where you think you want to be, because that's really not what you want. We don't want the goals. We don't want to accomplish the goals. We want a reason to move forward. We want a reason to evolve. We want a reason to grow. And we use that goal as justification for where we want to be. But it's not really what we want. We want the joy that comes along with it. We want the becoming. We don't care about the goal subconsciously. We care about the person who we're becoming while getting towards that goal. It's all the evolution. It's all the process. It's all the journey. So just take it all in. You feel me? Why wouldn't you? Don't just move in that direction blindly, and don't just only take action. If you're only taking action, but the mentality's not right, then you're never going to get to where you want to be. Even if you think you got to where you want to be, but you're still unhappy, then you're still not where you want to be, because you really want joy. You really want love. You really want freedom. You want those emotions. Because everything you want because you think you will feel better in the having of it. You don't really want that car. You think you'll feel better in the having of it. And same with any other thing that we desire. We think that that will make us feel better. So knowing that, why don't we just feel better right now and speed up the process? We don't have to take all this unnecessary time taking action without the proper mentality, because as a matter of fact, it will never come. You'll never yield yourself the results you want by taking action on a low frequency, but you'll always yield yourself the results you want while taking action on a high frequency, because the two work together. What you're emanating vibrationally plus the action you take. So a lot of the times I make it seem like just feel good now, but that's the majority of it. That's 90% of it. Training balance skill. But what you really have to do is feel good and take the action on that emotional state. If you take the action but you're on a low frequency, then you're going to yield yourself results on that frequency from taking all that action. It's all unnecessary action because you just yielded yourself results that you don't want, that you're not happy with. But whenever you feel good while taking the action, working to get to where you want to be, you're going to start to yield yourself more results that are more beneficial to you, that are more in your liking, that make you feel better. It's not only action, it's mainly the way you feel. Always monitor the way you feel, because if you don't feel good, something's wrong. Whenever something's wrong, whenever you feel negative emotions are just the byproduct of where you are in relationship to the higher power, God, the universe, your inner being, your guardian angels, whatever you would like to call that. Your emotions are a byproduct of where you are in relationship to that. So whenever you are vibrating highly on that energy, on that freedom, love, joy, well-being, abundant energy, you're going to feel good because you're aligned with who you really are. And whenever you feel less and less and less, and you start going down the scale and you start to feel worry, doubt, fear, anger, frustration, and so on, you're pulling yourself away from that abundance, well-being energy. It's just a byproduct of where you are. If you're closer, you're going to feel better. If you're further, you're going to feel worse. It's like a tug-of-war sort of thing. The closer you are, you feel better. But when you start going with the path of most resistance, When you start resisting what's already happening, and when you have so many options on your plate and you're choosing the options that feel worst to do, you're going to feel negative emotion. But whenever you go with the path of least resistance, it's going to feel good because you're staying in the vibrational vicinity of that higher power, of that higher energy. And that's what your emotions are communicating to you. They're telling us something. They're not just like, you're angry, so let's be angry for the entire week and let's not do nothing that we love. Like, nah, that's not it. It's letting you know you need to change the way you feeling. You got to go do something and think thoughts that are going to make you feel better so you can start attracting what you want in this physical reality. And if you don't change your emotions, you're not changing your results in life. If you don't change the way you're thinking, you're not changing your results in life. If you want things in your life to change, you have to change things in your life. It begins with you. I'm the X factor of my life, and you're the X factor of your life. And your mother and your brother and your father and your friends and your family are the X factors of their lives. You have no control over what happens in their lives because we live in an attraction-based universe. You can't assert anything into somebody's reality. Maybe you could influence them to do something, but you can't transmit a vibrational frequency for them. So focus on you. And if you want anybody around you to change, you have to change. If you want someone around you to change for the better, lead by the clarity of your example and be better. And they'll pick up that frequency. They'll pick it up much more by you saying what you want them to do than telling them to do it. Don't even mention that. Just be. Just be, do, and have because you're able to.